Leonor and Christian's happy royal journey from pregnancy to childbirth _ baby of two thrones. A royal couple stepping into a new chapter of life. Surprise, they're facing one of the most personal journeys, pregnancy and birth, under the world's gaze. But the story isn't just about a baby. It's about legacy, pressure, hope, and two thrones. When Princess Leonor and Christian stood together, hand in hand, the world applauded their love, their heritage, their duty. Moments later, the quiet wonder of expecting life changed everything. Not only for them, but for the crown they represent, and for a future they scarcely dared to imagine. Today we peel back the curtain. This is their journey, from pregnancy to childbirth. From two hearts to two thrones. From the first shy whisper of the announcement, when cameras captured her gentle smile and he stood a little closer than usual, we knew something was shifting. What does it mean for a princess to carry a future queen or king inside her? What does it mean for a crown to await a newborn? Let's start there. Leonor's adjustment to motherhood began long before her arms held a baby. She had already learned protocol, duty, tradition, even service. Yet pregnancy introduced a new lesson: vulnerability. At once private and public. The palace corridors that echoed with formal footsteps now quieted for her. Friends speak of late-night chats about diapers and nursery colors, alongside speeches and public engagements. Imagine navigating that, the glow of expectation and the weight of history. And then, the choice of narrative. They could have kept the news tightly hushed, a private event amidst royal traditions. Instead, the announcement felt gentle, inclusive, her voice, his voice, the promise of new life yet the promise of continuity. It opened one question: why now? Why share so openly? Because this baby is not simply theirs, it belongs symbolically to the nation, to a lineage. And that shift raises another question: how will this child shape the future of both monarchy and family? Early months brought slow-motion magic. Ultrasound pictures quietly shared, a moment of tears when she felt the first flutter, him reading aloud to the bump late at night. But also, quiet tension, the balancing of royal appearances with rest, of public expectation with private anxiety. She, the heir apparent; he, supportive yet carrying his own weight. And so we ask, how does one train for a throne while getting ready for a nursery? The family, parents, siblings, the extended royal entourage, felt the ripple. Grandparents paused formal schedules. Royal household staff shifted duties. The palace planners who prepared state visits also helped select baby-proof furniture. It became a microcosm of change, tradition meeting transformation. And the question: did the monarchy feel the disruption? Or embrace it? Then came the moment of birth. The palace hallways silent. The nation waiting. A door opens. A baby's cry. For Leonor, no longer just the princess, now mother. The hush of cameras, the wave of relief, the tears on her mother's face. We wonder, how did that first meeting feel? How did he look when he saw his child for the first time? And how did the child look at them? In the hours that followed, amidst congratulatory calls and floral tributes, the private joy held fast. She cradled the newborn wrapped in heirloom lace, a gown worn at royal christenings for generations. The symbolism, continuity. But the quiet truth: this is new life. A child not born into tradition alone, but born into possibility. The child's arrival also reopened the question of succession and identity. Will this baby someday wear the crown? The title? The demands of duty? For Leonor and Christian, the story they tell now matters. They opted for open, loving parenting. A daughter, a son, they let the public glimpse lullabies and bedtime stories, family breakfasts and gentle chaos. It became clear, they wanted to raise a child, not just an heir. Amid this, the public reaction was electric. Social media lit up with images of tiny royal toes, family portraits, the new mother in soft pastels. Newspapers asked, how will royal parenting change the institution? Will the monarchy adapt? And experiments began. Less formality at certain gatherings, more relatable gestures. It sparked new conversations: monarchy and modernity. We circle back to them: the mother, the father. Their vows once spoken before a chapel now renewed around a crib. They exchanged glances when the baby fell asleep on Leonor's shoulder. He whispered something: "Thank you for this." She smiled: "We're already a team." It felt intimate, unseen. It felt real. Lastly, we ask the future, how will this baby shape the monarchy? Will ascension one day arrive? And how will the parents prepare? The answer, by being present. By sharing love. By showing that crowns cannot replace lullabies. The throne awaits, but so does bedtime. Because the story isn't only one of lineage, it's one of life. It's two people, their child, the weight of history, and the light of hope. And when the world watched that moment of birth, they saw more than a royal baby. They saw a new beginning. And now we leave you with this thought: in the quiet of the nursery, the palace walls softened. In the gazes of a mother, a father, and a newborn, the future shimmered. Thrones may await, but tonight, there is only love.